Hey everybody, I think we're here with today's close-up, and I don't see anybody rolling into the chat quite yet because we started it pretty quick, so I'll start slowly here for people to get a chance to file in and take your seats. We're here in the annex with our new mom cat, Thimble. Her name is Thimble. That's Thimble, Thimble. And her 3 little baby kittens that were born 2 days ago now. I think that's right. They were kind of born overnight between Sunday and Monday. And today is Wednesday. So, and as of last night, DJ has given them names. But the names aren't even the most exciting thing today. I'm very excited about the fact that Thimble here has been a little bit under the weather since, I'd say Saturday, since before she delivered her kittens. She kind of stopped eating and hasn't been feeling too well. But I'm happy to report that this morning it seems she's back to 100%, and the kittens are showing it too, which is really good. I'm so happy. I couldn't possibly be any happier about it. It's wonderful. So I'm going to tell you all about that. And we're going to meet her kittens with names now. And I guess we'll technically put them on the scale here and get their weights, although I just took their weights a little bit ago, so I know already that I'm real happy with them. Doesn't hurt to have an extra note, though. So, I see lots of people chatting. Good morning, everybody. I guess we can get started on that. So, let's take a minute to see all the kittens. Let's start up the scale too, just for kicks, like I said. We can add it to the spreadsheet if we want. That's always good, but I'm real happy about it. I'm really glad that they're doing so much healthier. You'll notice that Thimble's a little more bright-eyed. Her fur feels all soft and silky again, and she's been kneading on things. And when I come in the room, she jumps up and runs out to see me, and when I leave, she's back to trying to hiss at me and bite my feet to tell me not to leave her, which is something she has done that I try not to reward. But it's actually kind of cute that she gets so frantic, like, don't go, Anyway, so let's go in order. This is the first kitten that was born, our little black kitten. And our little black kitten is named Beryl. Beryl. That's Barrel, Beryl, who weighs 4.1. 4.1 today. Beryl's almost entirely black, except you can see that she has a little white spot under her throat. There it is. Oh, that's good. Show it right to us. And another little white spot down under her umbilical cord. That's what's left of her umbilical cord there. They usually leave about, mom cats usually bite those down to about that size and then leave a little bit there, which dries up and falls off after about a week. So that'll disappear. But so this is little Beryl, our little tiny black kitten, Barrel, the girl. Although I think of her as Beryl, Beryl, like an emerald, because that seems pretty feminine to me. Either way, though, Beryl is her name. Hi, yeah, you heard her meow and you thought you might even get up for that because you're feeling so much better. You can just get up and lay down anytime you want. Oh my goodness, such a difference, like night and day. So that's little Beryl. Okay, and then if we look at the second kitten born, that's this one here that just took a little tumble. This is the boy. There's one boy in this group. There we go. You can see he's got his umbilical cord there too. And he's dark colored, sort of a classic tabby. You can hardly see any stripes on his sides and back at all. He weighs 4.7 today. He's a big boy. There's just some little spots of color, but I do think when he gets a little bit bigger, this is going to start to look more like sort of a stripy circle on his side, like a real classic tabby. Or maybe not. Maybe he just kind of stays like this, just with a couple little spots on him. We'll see. Either way, that's our little boy. Oh, our little boy just learning to walk. Like I said, they're only today I guess is their second day. Guess it depends on which one and how you count. And our little boy's name is Silo. That's S-I-L-O, Silo, or maybe we'll end up calling him Si, who knows, but it is Silo. So we have Beryl for the girl and Silo for the boy here. And I guess you're probably starting to see the theme. DJ went with thimble as something that is sort of cylindrical and holds like water. You can say a thimble full of something, So we also have a barrel and a silo. And then the last kitten, the third and final kitten, another little girl. Hi. And the little girl here is named Cistern. We might call her Sis or Sissy. Cistern, though, C-I-S-T-E-R-N, Cistern. And Cistern weighs, 4.9. Okay, she's in the lead right now. Of course, one big poop could change all that, but still, we're pretty happy about that. Cistern is also the one, that we were calling Lefty. As far as I know, hi. Okay, Mom. Oh, no, I got it. It's okay. It's okay. She doesn't mind, but she just wants to help this kitten stop yelling. Anyway, Cistern is the one that is, as far as I can recall, the first kitten that we sort of gave a personality to even before they were born, the one that was very punchy and the most active in the womb. And then we sort of knew that because she was on the left-hand side, which is why we'd called her Lefty before she got her official name of Cistern or Sissy or Sis or whatever. So there you go. That's little Sissy, Cistern. So that's our three kittens. We have Silo, we have Beryl, and in the back there we have Cistern and their mom, Thimble. And like I said, today their weights are up. They're, way up. I was frankly a little worried. You don't like to see kittens not have any gains the first day or two. That's some of the most sensitive time. But they were just barely keeping up. By the way, I tried to bottle feed them last night. So when they were first born, Beryl was born first, and Beryl latched right on to every nipple of Mom's. She would find them and latch on. It's just a natural, real pro at nursing, and will grab onto anything. And she was really doing a good job firstborn. But then the other two were more like regular kittens who just have a real hard time getting the idea, and you put them right in front of a nipple, and they just don't want to do it. And then they sort of pick a favorite nipple, and it's the only one they'll nurse from. And we see that a lot. That's more typical of kitten behavior, I think. So last night I was at the point like, all right, I can't watch these kittens not gain any weight any longer. I got to get out the milk and start trying to feed them myself. But I wanted to wait just a little bit longer before I got out the tube and went through all that process. So I put some of the kitten milk in a bottle, and I brought the bottle in here, and I offered each of them the bottle. And these two, of course, Silo and Cistern, just like when they learned to nurse on Mom, they were not taking the bottle. They were like, absolutely not, no way, nope, not my thing. Whereas little Beryl, again, just like with Mom, she just jumped right on it and started nursing like crazy, like sucking it down. She was loving it and drank her fill, which was nice to see. But then overnight, Mom seems like she's fully recovered, and I won't have to do that anymore at all. So that's nice. It's good. I didn't have to get the tube out. I had told her if there were no gains by this morning, we would start tube feeding all three of them. But just in the nick of time, there we go. So that feels real good. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, Andrea Chu, if Beryl is also going to be the best when it comes time to start eating regular food, if she's just going to jump right into it whole hog, and the other two may be a little more normal, or if this is just about nursing. Who knows? But I did think it was interesting that she was such a good nurser for Mom right from the start, and then jumped right onto the bottle in a way that most kittens don't. In fact, most kittens we find won't, if they've nursed from Mom, they just won't take the bottle at all. So it really surprised me when she jumped right in there, but it made me feel good that she got a little extra food last night. So it was real good. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, by the way. I love homemaking. That's nice of you to say. Uh, yeah, I did also. I gave their mom some subcutaneous fluids yesterday to make sure that she stayed hydrated because she was definitely getting dehydrated yesterday morning. And we did, I gave her a lot of syringe feeding too to make sure that she stayed healthy because that's the number one. If we can keep her healthy, then the kittens are healthy. And that really shows because today she is healthy and now the kittens are gaining weight like mad. So that's all that we needed. And I can't really take any credit for making her healthy, of course. I just was giving her support until she got better. But today she is clearly back to 100%. And that's what we like. They're very soft now too. They're silky. Their mom has always had just some of the softest fur. It's real silky, soft fur, and now the kittens are feeling that way too. It's just great. It's a real good morning for everybody here. Thimble's got a little bit of that Flower face. Not quite as crazy as Flower was, of course, but Flower had a real resting mom cat face, and I think Thimble's kind of channeling that. Plus, they're both tabbies like this, and I always get a little shade of Flower here and there. Hey, bud. Anna Metallica, I think I saw you just now ask who was the oldest mom cat, and I saw some other people talking about it just before. And of course, we don't know because the vast majority of the mom cats that come to Kitten Academy, we don't have their official age. They were, picked up at the animal shelter, and, a lot of them were not... don't have any records that come with them when they end up at animal control or at the shelter. So the shelter will try to guess how old they are, but those guesses are, usually pretty wide guesses. It could be a lot of anything. So it is hard to say, almost always. But I think the vast majority of our mom cats that come in are just a year or two old. Clearly, we just... Cahoots, Cahoots is pretty young, probably just a year, maybe two. And before her, Ocean was, Ocean, I actually thought Ocean might be older than 2 years, but she turned out to be such a kitten that maybe she's younger than I thought. But Thimble here her teeth are showing a little bit more tooth. I wouldn't say decay, but discoloration than you expect to see from a young cat. And her paperwork, I think the shelter probably saw the same thing and made the same guess I would, that she's a little older for the mom cats that we see. I'd probably put her about 5 years, but when you start talking about cats that are older and you don't really know their age, they could be anything. She could be anything from, I'd believe anything from like 2 years to like 9 or 10. Eddie's 10 years old now, and it's hard to tell the two of them apart, size-wise or looks-wise, really. So she could be Eddie's age for all we know. My guess, though, would be just like the shelter. I'd probably put her around 5 years old, just as a guess. And as for which one's the oldest, I don't know. A lot of people say Maggie because when Maggie came to us, the shelter had said that she was the grandma of all 14 kittens that came in at the same time that she did. It was a big class that we took. There was a farm that had all these barn cats, and they wanted to get them all rescued and out of the barn. And they brought them all to us. There were 14, if I remember right. And Maggie, they had told us, was the ultimate, grandmom of the entire set of cats that had come in. Uh, I'm somewhat skeptical, though, that that is the case, and I don't think that Maggie was that old herself. I don't think Maggie was 5 when she came in. Maybe closer to 2 or 3, though. But again, we don't really know. That's true. Yep, it could. Both things could be true. That Maggie could be 2 years old and be the grandma of all the cats. Yeah, you're right. Could be. Who knows? All I know is that Maggie is still a super zoomy kitten herself, and she's still her favorite thing is to zoom around the house at full speed and then run up one of the walls and latch on to the screens on the windows and just hang there. Or now that we've started putting up rug walls, she likes the rug walls. In fact, in my office, there was that rug wall, the first one that we built, and I took all the hardware off of it. So now it's just a rug. That's it, and nothing on it at all. And she loves that more than anything. She's constantly climbing around on it like Spider-Man. She goes left and right and up and down. It's pretty silly, actually. So she really digs that. And that is not the behavior of an older cat. It does have me thinking about putting up more just plain rugs, though, on the walls around the academy for the sake of Maggie and the other cats, too, that can enjoy that. Oh, I guess I'm still talking to people on the regular stream, but the close-up died unexpectedly. We had some weird bug. That's unexpected. Let's do this. Let's start a new one. We can do that. I think.